Hi everyone. So it is now Thursday. Um, I did. I had my bath and everything. I was in the bath quite a while. I filmed a lot of the bath bomb dissolving, and I don't know, including me talking before. It was like a 20-minute clip, and I was gonna put it on fast forward so it cuts it down to 10. But I talk a couple of times during it, and also a couple of times I accidentally show the thing on the bath that you turn to lift the plug up and down, and it shows my reflection. So I have to watch that whole 20-minute clip to A, keep in the talking parts, and B, either cut out the whole clip where I'm accidentally showing myself, or zoom in on something else whilst that's on screen, if that makes sense. So I will still have to edit the whole clip. Can you imagine how bored I'm going to be watching the bath bomb dissolve again? It was nice to see it do that, but yeah, very time consuming to edit. I've not edited since Monday, I've not edited Tuesday or Wednesday, so I'm going to do that later tonight, I think. I have got a dark mark there if I've not got a filter on. You'll probably still see it even with a filter on. That seems to happen either that side or that side when I do my tan. So after my bath, I went and had a shower and washed my hair, and I did the tan on my face. I did notice that I managed to scrub off in the shower the majority of my tan from the waist down. It stays here really well. I don't know if I've got a filter on or not. It always stays really well on my neck and the top of my stomach for some reason. So I'm always left with brown here and like on top of my stomach. So my face is still tanned and my upper body's still tanned, but my legs, 90% of it's come off, which I'm glad about because it was patchy, it didn't look good. I'm going to properly tan on Saturday because I'm changing my bath routine. So if I wash my hair Saturday, I can wash it Tuesday and have a bath, and have it Friday and have a bath again. And then the following week it'll probably be Monday and Thursday, something like that. So I can have 2 baths a week basically. Because I find it easier to shave in the bath as well, and I forgot to shave in the bath. And I did it in the shower, and I'm not as good in the shower, and I miss bits. Like really obvious bits that I shouldn't miss. So I'm definitely going back to 2 baths a week. So Saturday I'll be washing my hair and having a shower and then tanning. I'm potentially going to do my lashes even though they are still dark. I don't know how long it's going to last. And I don't know if they're going to last another week. Because I don't want it to wear off. I'd rather dye them again before it goes. So if I'm going to do that, it will be Saturday before I have my shower and wash my hair, etc. So after my shower and everything, I did tan my face. I came downstairs, I cooked chicken, pasta and pasta sauce from the Marks and Spencer's box. I used the big jar. There's still about that much left in. So I'm either going to have that today or tomorrow. I'm probably going to have it tomorrow lunch with some pasta, because I'm just going to do a plate of chicken and veg tonight because I've got a lot of veg. I also have a lot of fruit. So I'm going to be eating a lot of fruit for the next week probably. Fruit's really good for you, but it's also full of sugar. So, hello, have I disturbed you? Oh, I'm so sorry. You're beautiful. You're giving me looks. Yeah, did I disturb you? You're looking beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, some people think good if I eat fruit all day I'll lose weight, but it's actually full of sugar. So even though fruit is good for you, it's also bad for you at the same time. Sometimes you can eat a chocolate bar with less sugar in than there is sugar in fruit. And I know like fruit sugar is natural and sugar in chocolate isn't natural unless it's a raw chocolate bar. So you have hopefully seen the video by now, but in case you haven't, I won't say any more about that. But I'm still got really bad spots. My back is bad today, really bad. I've had all my medication except for my multivitamin. I've added 2 more tablets to what I have, and I didn't take any strong painkillers because I'm trying to save them for when I'm in agony. I woke up in the night in a lot of pain. In fact, I didn't sleep very well last night. I was up until about 7 o'clock this morning because I kept needing to go to the toilet. Then I was too hot. I went upstairs and I was too hot, and it was 6 degrees, feels like 2 on the app. And I was too hot. I put the fan on, I took all my clothes off, I was way too hot. Then I got too cold, but I was too hot. But I was too cold with the fan on, but too hot with it off. And then I kept needing to go to the toilet, and it was driving me mad. And I'd fall asleep for 10 minutes and wake up, I was like, and then I didn't get to sleep till about 7:30. And then about 11:20, there was a bang on the door, and it was a delivery. And they just leave it for me. There's a note on the door to say where to leave it. But some of them knock and some of them don't knock. Some of them just leave it and put a card through. Some of them knock and don't put a card through. And I woke up, I was like, oh God, I've only had about 5 hours sleep. I'm going to go back to sleep. And I fell back to sleep for just over an hour, and I woke up, I was like, oh, I've got to go and get my post. And then everything else had been delivered. I'd had 2 other deliveries after. Or 2 other, I don't know if it came with the same driver, but I had 2 lots of orders arrive. One from Amazon, one from ASOS. ASOS is taking a while, because I ordered it Sunday and it arrived today, and then I ordered something Monday and it's arriving tomorrow, and I ordered something Tuesday and it's arriving Saturday apparently. Which is a little bit annoying, but obviously everyone's under a lot of pressure at the moment, which isn't great. So I am tired. Didn't want to get up. I kind of led there for half an hour, like, God, I don't want to get up. Not had my shower yet. I didn't wash my tan off. I just put face cream on after about half an hour to an hour, probably half an hour. And I do have a patch there and a little patch there. I seem to get that every time with this one. I feel like I need to get a different face tanner, but it was free. And I've probably still got a couple of weeks worth in it, because I have to do it twice a week. Because I do wash my face a lot, so it does come off my face quicker than it comes off my body. My hands always go first as well. I will look into getting a face one. I've always struggled with face ones because I either get brought out with spots, or when I put anything on my face, like face cream or foundation, the fake tan makes my skin greasy, so my face constantly looks and feels greasy. And this is the only one that doesn't do it, but it does that, so I think I should spray it and then pat it in with the tanning mitt. Because you just spray it and leave it for the face one, but the body one you spray and you rub in. So I'm going to go upstairs, I'm going to have a shower. Don't know what I should wear. Maybe I should wear clothes. It's like mid-afternoon. I mean, what would you call mid-afternoon? I would call mid-afternoon 3-4 o'clock. Early afternoon I would call like 1-2. Lunchtime I would call 12, even though I never have lunch at 12. I've been watching Line of Duty. I got my dad series 1-5, even though 6 was out. I got 1-5 because it was slightly cheaper to get 1-5 rather than 1-6. Either his last birthday or Father's Day, and I'd like to say it was Father's Day. And he's only just watched them a couple of weeks ago, because I kept saying, when are you going to watch Line of Duty, when are you going to watch it? Because he watched the final series except for the final episode, because when the final episode was on, he went to the pub. And I'd never watched Line of Duty, and then I started watching it, second episode of series 6, because I heard lots of things about it being about corrupt police, and it's someone who has something to do with the police is giving the information to the person who's writing it. And like, I've started to watch it. I watched the first series either early this, no, it was last week, and then I didn't watch it for days, and then I think I started watching it this week, and I was only watching 1 episode or 2 episodes, and then yesterday I watched the full series 2, and now I'm on series 3. Second episode, I think it's 10 minutes into it, and I've just stopped it, A, to start filming, and B, because I need to go and have a shower and get dressed and actually do a couple of things today. Even though I have a bad back, and I've not been very well, like, I've felt horrendous. I didn't feel as ill as I can feel. I didn't even get as ill as, like, when I have it mild. It wasn't as bad as that, but feeling even a little bit unwell kind of drains me, and it probably drains anyone, to be honest. And I was just like, ugh, I couldn't really cope. And then I had a bath yesterday, and it made me feel about 60% better. And then by the time I went to bed, I was feeling really ill again, so I felt ill all night. I had a sore throat all night, and I've been living on hot honey, lemon and ginger, and I've not had one today yet. But I will have one when I come down, even though it's not as sore. But I was up all night needing the bloody toilet. I was too hot, but I was too cold to have the fan on, so I was just basically too hot all night, and I just didn't feel great. So I want to get a couple of things done. A, in case I get sick. B, because I need to do a couple of things. I need to do some stuff later on, but I might start doing it now. I really want to watch the rest of this episode, but I've got it on pause, and I'm really enjoying it, and it's reminding me about stuff that's gone on that I know about. I don't like change. I don't like when something changes. Like when this lockdown happened, I hated it. I struggled day 1 and 2, and I think because I was struggling with life anyway, it weren't like I was just suddenly struggling. I was already struggling, and I think because that was going on, when lockdown happened, I was like, oh my God. And I was really, week 1, I think if you watched me, I was a wreck. Didn't help that a certain person run me up and had a go at me, and then told me they'd done nothing wrong 4 times, but they still had a go at me. That person's still in my life. I'm not just choosing not to discuss that situation at the moment because A, it's a very personal subject, and I know I talked about it at the time, but I didn't go into all the details. B, it involves me and another person, and that other person isn't going to be talked about at this present time. Also, things do change, things happen, and even though I've done nothing wrong, sometimes people have reasons for doing what they do. I cannot control what other people do. I can't stop people from doing whatever they're doing. I can't say you're hurting me. Well, I can say you're hurting me and upsetting me. Whether or not they choose to alter their actions is up to them. I can't make them start treating me better or not being so mean to me or stop them doing whatever they're doing. I can't do that. Everyone's in control of what they do. I can't blame someone for my own actions, just like they can't blame me or anyone else for the actions and the way they reacted towards me when I'd done nothing wrong. Even admittedly, they said I'd done nothing wrong. So, you know, at the end of the day, people react differently to different people in different ways. Sometimes in life, or the situations where we're closer to some people than others, and sometimes we take our anger out on others who haven't necessarily done anything wrong, but because we're closer to them, we take our anger out on them in different ways, and that's kind of what's happened in that situation. But at the end of the day, everything does happen for a reason, even at the time when you think this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me, or I'm not going to cope with this, or this is like so upsetting, I don't know what to do anymore. Things do happen for a reason, and sometimes you've got to think, well, this has happened for this reason. It's made this happen, or it's made me think about this, or it's made someone else come in my life, and no one else has come in my life and took that position of that person. Everything's still as it was before everything happened. But I might wake up tomorrow and might not want to be in that situation with that person. I might want someone else in that situation. I don't know. I don't know what made them react that way that day. All I know is I hadn't done anything and they've admitted I've done nothing. So it's just one of those things. It's like I could have a bad day and I could just snap at anyone, you know, and it's more likely to be someone that I'm close to rather than someone I don't know, if that makes sense. And I mean, it should do. Most people understand that. Most people are like, you're more likely to snap at someone and take what's going on in the world out on someone you're close to rather than someone you don't really know. That happens. And whether or not that person stays in my life or not, that's two people's decisions, mine and theirs. I don't know. I know what I want, but life has got this funny thing of doing what life wants to do. I'd love to win the lottery. Whether or not I'm ever going to win the lottery is one of those things I don't know. I really don't know if I'm ever going to win the lottery. At the end of the day, you've got to actually put the lottery on to have a good chance of winning it, and I can't remember the last time I did the lottery, but I would love to win the lottery. Sometimes things happen and sometimes they don't. I may never win the lottery, and same goes with I may not have this person in my life forever, and it might be their decision, it might be my decision, or it might be a joint decision. I know how I feel now about the whole situation and whether or not I want them in my life or not. I've had time to think about it. I've been over every single scenario. I've thought about how they actually treated me that day and how they've treated me at other times. And in life, you've got to take the good with the bad. When the good's good, it's absolutely amazing, but when the bad's bad, it's like, wow, I can't believe that person's acting that way. So life has its ups, life has its downs, and sometimes things happen that really hurt you and you can't understand why. And then when you think about it, you think, well, oh, you know you've done nothing, and the person admits you've done nothing, and you just think, well, obviously they have their reasons. Obviously life's very stressful, and obviously people take things out of people they're closest to. I don't tend to take things out of the people I'm closest to. I kind of keep things to myself. I say little bits to someone, but I don't really take out anything on anyone, whereas other people do. They just snap, they have a go, and then sometimes they move on and sometimes they don't move on from it. I'm quite, if someone has a go at me and I like that person and that person's got a big part in my life, I take it quite hard. Even if I realise they're just taking the mood out on me, I take it quite hard, especially if that person says really personal remarks that there's no need to put these remarks into whatever's going on. I take it quite hard, whereas a lot of people will be like whatever and it just goes over their head. I don't. So I don't know what's going to happen an hour from now, let alone a month from now. I don't know, like, no one really knows what's going to go on regarding lockdown. I think everyone probably has their own views on what they think should happen next and how long they should go on for and how things should be after this. I mean, life's never going to be the same after this, even when we're allowed to do whatever we want again. It's never going to be the same because we've gone through this, and this isn't anything that's ever really happened before. And we're going to be able to go, like, remember 10 years ago when such and such happened, and people of a certain age will always remember it. younger children won't. They'll remember some of it, but they will never understand what we as adults understand about what's going on now. But life does change, people change, but I just think nothing's ever going to really be the same to how it was. I think also because a lot of situations mean that we're no longer able to go to certain places, like doctors unless you're really, really ill. You're not getting callbacks unless you're really, really ill, or it's something long term that you need to discuss. And I think because we've been able to cope with such little contact with doctors and such, I think the doctors and how we get appointments and how we get to see them, I think that's going to change. I don't think it's ever going to be like it necessarily was. I think a lot more is probably going to be done over the phone, because it has been done over the phone for the last however long it's been. So I do think doctors and all that will change, and it won't ever be the way it once was. That's what I think. And I think we all have our own opinions about how things are going to be and how things are going to get back to probably a new normal, because I don't think anything can ever be quite the same. But it also shows that we are capable at staying at home and not socialising and not going out in big groups or doing all this stuff that we've done in the past. It just shows that we can make use of our times at home. We can find things to do. We can find things to interest us, to keep us active, to keep us... Hello. Hello. They're beautiful. You tired? That keep us entertained. We can find things if we really need to do. I don't think we can ever say we're bored again after this, because we've had to find things to do. We've had to learn new skills. We've had to adapt. So I don't think we can ever rightly turn around now and go, we're bored, we've got nothing to do. Because I can tell you, I could find something to do if I really wanted something to do. Got loads of books to read. I actually thought the other day I'm going to either finish reading something, because I've got a couple, like I started this one called The Chimp Paradox. Didn't get really far into it because I was a bit like, no. I've got another one, I think it's called This Is Going to Hurt. It's about a junior doctor. I got a big chunk into that, and then I haven't read it for about a year. And then I've got another one called The Elephant and the Twig, and I really got into that. I really liked it. A lot of it was common sense, and it all made sense as well. And I was like, oh, I know this. But it was helping me, and then I got to quite a big chapter. I was like, oh God, I can't be bothered with that. So I've not read that since about last September. And then I've probably got another book on the go, and then I've got other books that I've not even opened. So I did think to myself, you know what, you should pick up a book and read it in about 3 or 4 days, which would be a massive goal for me, but I think I need to have something to do. And I think during the day, that's ideal, because when my dad comes home, he puts the TV on too loud and he's making loads of noise, and it's too much of a distraction, and I get distracted so easily. So I think from tomorrow I'm just going to be like, right, you're either going to finish a book or you're going to start another one. I feel like I should finish The Elephant and the Twig, because it's kind of motivational, and I think it'd be really good for me at the moment. But also at the same time, I keep thinking, have I got any thrillers? Because I love thrillers. Have I got a thriller that I've not read? Because a lot of the books that I've got are kind of self-help, motivational, inspiring kind of books. But I'm pretty sure I've probably got a couple of novels somewhere that I've never read. And I really want to read a thriller, because I think that will get me engaged. And I love thrillers that you can't put down. Like, you start reading it, you go, oh. I like it when I know what's going to happen, and then it kind of happens, but also with a twist. Anyway, I've talked for way too long, but I'm going to go. I'm going to wash my face, wash my body, I may brush my hair, because I plaited it, what's left of it. I am going to, look how thin it is now. I am going to chop probably about that much off. It's still thin, it's not going to make it look any better, it's just, I might as well. I think a lot of people are doing their own hair at the moment. I am in a lot of pain today. My back is quite bad. I think the painkillers have helped a little bit, but I'm achy like right up my back. My lower back is what's worse. That's when I can't cope, when it's my lower back. And I'm tired. So I've made it upstairs. It has just took me a hell of a lot of time, long time, to get upstairs. About an hour, because I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. My back's bad. I'm in pain where my main illness is, like quite a considerable amount of pain. I think for the last week and a half it's been quite painful, but mainly when I've gone to bed. So I've managed to sleep with it and get up and just have basic painkillers the next day, because I've cut well down on my dihydrocodeine. I'm keeping them for the days where I'm super in a lot of pain. So about 10 minutes ago I had 2 paracetamol. I am a bit chilly. 2 paracetamol and 1 dihydrocodeine. I really could do with ibuprofen, and I think I've got one really strong one left, and that's all that I've got that I know of. So I could have some somewhere else that I don't know of, basically. So I think if it doesn't ease up, obviously I've took them 10-15 minutes ago, I'm not going to know quite yet if it's going to go or not. I'm so tired. But if it doesn't go in about an hour or 2, I will take 2 more paracetamol with the giant ibuprofen, which is my last one. But yeah, I'm going to get in the shower. I actually want to show you something. So I've had these on my ASOS wish list for ages, because they released 3 colours. They released baby pink, baby blue and fuchsia pink, and I put all 3 in my wish list when they were released, because they all weren't released on the same day. And I decided if I got a pair it would be one of the pastel shades. Because I don't really wear socks, and when I do it's either black or white. White when I'm wearing white trainers, black when I'm wearing anything black on my feet. But I don't always wear socks. So these kept going in and out of stock, all the colours did. Then they released a white pair which I added to my wish list, but I thought I'm not going to buy them, because I prefer, if I'm going to get something like this that are kind of like remind me of sports socks, don't know why but they do, I would want the pink or the blue. And these went in stock a couple of times, but just 1 pair, so if you're not quick enough you don't get them. And then I think these are what I bought Monday. So yeah, this is what I basically got. The baby blue ones went back in stock last night, and I thought, well, I've not got these yet, so I don't know if I like them or not. And I do quite like them. They're really soft, like really soft. And I thought, why not, even though I don't wear socks. They're lovely. I would happily wear them. 65% cotton, 26% polyester, 6% polyamide, 3% elastane. One size fits 4 to 7. I'm midway in those sizes, between 4 and 7. If you can work out what midway is. So yeah, they're super cute. They're still attached, I've not took them off, but I think I'm going to keep them. Whether or not I get the baby blue ones or not, I don't know, but I just like how cute they are. And yeah, I do prefer white or black socks, but I think these are like the most expensive socks I've ever bought for myself. I once bought my dad a pair of, I think they were like Egyptian cotton Ralph Lauren socks, and I'm sure they were either £12 or £15. And I know I once got him a pair of £9 socks from M&S. So this is the most I've ever paid for a pair of socks for myself. I'm not a massive sock wearer and I should wear them more. But I just thought these were super adorable. Oh, look at inside. I just realised they've got like a blue band inside. Is it showing? Do you see? Yeah, there. Let's see that. Yeah, my little treat. I've been spending too much this week, so I won't be able to buy anything next week. The stuff that's due that will be delivered next week that I bought last week, but I will probably, hopefully, won't be buying anything.